Orange juice. Okay, so I want to talk about time periods and about our heart being tested. A lot of y'all, a lot of humans, a lot of people is going to be left behind. A lot of people is going to face darkness. A lot of people, because y'all refuse to listen. Right? Hear me out. God gave us warning, and he specifically showed us the things that are coming. But remember, God said he's going to speak in parables in the Bible for a reason, so the enemies don't understand. But when he goes back to the Father, he will speak with us, and he won't be in parable. It will be direct. So anybody who's getting talks, say, God speak with them. He speaks with them directly. Like, he's not going to go around and beat around the bush. He's not going to talk in sayings for you to like, what is he trying to say? No, he's directly going to say what he got to say. If you say don't go there, he going to say don't go there. He's not going to say, if you choose to go there, this, and he's not going to do that, because he said it in the scriptures. He's going to be direct. So we have to take heed with that. And he specifically noticed that when I read through the scriptures, when Yahshua was talking, he specifically told you, he didn't leave nothing out. He didn't leave nothing out. Especially with his name. The name. Because the scattered don't remember the exile, because they don't teach us that. They don't teach you the exile. Knowing that the exile happened. That we were taken out of a place while we were scattered all over the place. But they just tell everybody, oh, slavery. Yeah. Keep you stuck in bondage mentally. So you're not free. Like, your mind is trapped. So you don't know. And only the ones who want to know will be set free. That's the whole point of all this. And a lot of y'all waiting for Jesus to come. Jesus is Satan. I want you to understand that. A lot of people is going to hate this message right here. But Jesus is Satan. And I want you to understand that. Because the Muslims believe that Jesus is Allah. They believe that he's coming back to reign for 1,000 years. They believe that he's coming back to build a temple for them to have to worship in. And the Jews, they believe somebody coming too. As much as we believe somebody coming, but God told us specifically that he's not showing himself to the world. He said it specifically, that he's not showing himself to the world. We're the one who spread his word, so everyone knows about him. Because he specifically said that he's not showing himself to the world. So he's not coming back to the world. He's coming back for his children. And we need to pay attention. Because they're going to do this fake rapture. And a lot of people is going to be fooled for the Antichrist to show his face. And we need to be prepared for that. We need to be prepared. Because y'all think everything is sweet. Like, oh, he's coming. And we're going to reign for 1,000 years. No, his 1,000 years is a Sabbath. His Sabbath. God's Sabbath day is coming. 1,000 years to man is one day to God. So he's telling us specifically his Sabbath day is coming. He's not talking about he's not talking about coming down here on this sinful, dreadful, disgusting place where Satan's prison is, where he came as a man and they killed him and resurrected him just to prove that we, the witness, who are going to witness the end. We witnessing the destruction of evil. It's going to happen. And we're the witnesses for it. Because the Bible was specifically written for us to have. In these days, that's why we have the revelations. To show us that God going to destroy Satan. And he told you from the beginning. When in the beginning of the Bible. That he separated himself from darkness. And he told us when we get baptized. We're separating ourselves from darkness. So that means in the end. He's going to separate himself from darkness. This world is darkness. And he's separating himself from it. So we're going to separate ourselves from it too. So he can take us from it. That's the whole point. He told us that. He said it in John. Specifically, he said it in John. That's why he told us to seek and knock. So we can understand these things. We got to get serious. This is serious. Not a lot of people believe in the rapture. But the way God specifically talked about what he means. He said we're going to be caught up. That means all of us going to leave. We're going to be caught up. There's two sons. The son that's going to destroy this place and the son that is going to take us. God going to burn this place to smithereens. This place is going to get burned. What God said about Satan and what he said about our flesh. He said that every single being that a woman push on this earth going to crush Satan's head. Just like how that's why he's on his belly. Because the dust that we're made from is the dust that where skin will go, our flesh will go to. And that's exactly where he's going. He's marked for death. Just like our flesh. That's what we are made. We're made to die. That's why they showed us the cross. The cross is a curse. The curse on your flesh to die. God told us, that's why God told us not to have no symbols. Because these people are evil. Doing witchcraft and sorcery with Wicca and all type of stuff with demonic spirits. These Muslims believe in jinns. They believe in spirits. They believe in exorcising spirits, just like the Catholics. And they're the same ones that the one that say that the Pope is the Father. The Pope is God on earth. We have to pay attention. And all these churches calling him Father, the Holy Father. What is holy about this man? There's nothing holy about that man. Because he specifically said, you don't have to keep God's Sabbath, but keep his day, Sunday. And he was fooled. A lot of us are fooled. A lot of us already got chips in our forehead because you're going out there believing science. Instead of praying to God. They're going to say, oh, you're going to die because of this disease. But God specifically say that they're going to use the same thing against you. You're going to get tested for something you know you don't have. Or you're just scared. So you're not millions of people lined up to get shots. The shots weren't even out yet. But everybody lined up to get everybody lined up. So, the vaccine ain't out yet. But you can go and get tested to see if you got it. And they're pushing up something up your nose hole. Now you got a camera in your forehead. How you think they're going to see you when you walk through these doors? AI cameras all over the damn place. So when you walk through the door, they can see who you are. Scan your forehead. Now they know if you got shots or not. They know if you got money or not. Because they do everything digital so they can see you, monitor you, see what you're doing. That's why they say you can't buy or sell. We have to pay attention. And only people who are really seeking is going to understand. Because a lot of people are sitting here waiting for this, for Jesus. Jesus is Satan. The Pope called himself Jesus. The Pope called himself Jesus. The Pope called himself God. He's the one that's coming. And some Arab guy who go around saying that every country gonna get the mark of the beast. You have to pay attention. These kings are fighting right now because they want to see who gonna control. But King Charles specifically come out and say that, oh, I got the armies of the world under my demand. Like if you don't do this and do that, he will send an army. He already saying these things. The UN already signed agreements about specific events that are coming up for 2024. They already filled the seat that they call number 66. That's the seat where they're waiting for the devil to come sit in. It's now. It's happening now. And there's a lot of people who are fooled because they're waiting for a man to come out and say, oh, this is the mark. The mark is already here. That's why God say many is going to be fooled. Because you're not paying attention. You're waiting for a man to come. You're waiting for a man to come. What God say when he was here walking as man? He didn't say that, he didn't specifically say the lawless one is coming. The lawless one is coming. And he make sure he said that when Judas was around. As soon as Satan went into Judas and he left, he told them, look, these people, many's gonna come in my name, and they say they're killing for God. Remember them 10 commandments. He told us that. He said a man's going to come, and he's going to come in my image and my name. And he specifically said, be happy that I'm going back to my dad. Be happy I'm going back to my father. Because me as a man, I am as a man is not a God. Me as the Father is God. Not me as a man is God. Me as the Father is God. That's why he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Because me, God, come in as a man telling you how to walk the 10 commandments. So God as Father come get you. Because he said, I'll be happy I'm going. Because I'm going back to my dad. I'm going back to my Father. I'm going back to the spirit where I am. My throne. I'm going to where I am. And I'm making a place up there for you. So when my rest day come, you can come and be up there too. He said it. He said, I'm going back to the Father. I'm going back to my spirit, to myself. I'm going back to heaven. And be happy that I am, because I'm going to send a helper, the Holy Spirit. So the Holy Spirit will come and help us. And they specifically say, I'm not showing myself to the world. He said it. He said, I'm coming to get you. You're not orphans. I'm coming for you. And then I'm going to take myself from the world. Meaning he's going to take his light from the world. Let there be light. There ain't going to be no more light. He's taking us, and this place going to be dark, pitch black, void. Back to the